Hi, welcome to class today. Today we shall be looking at the atomic structure. The atomic structure. What is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in chemical reaction. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that can take part in chemical reaction. Okay, an atom is the smallest particle of an element that takes part in chemical reaction. Now, examples of atom, there are many. All the elements that you see in the periodic table, all of them, you can, that symbol that you see in the periodic table, each of the symbol that you see there represents one atom of that element. So, for example, if you see H, this is an atom of hydrogen. And so on and so forth. H stands for an atom of hydrogen, C stands for an atom of carbon, N stands for an atom of nitrogen, O stands for an atom of oxygen, F stands for an atom of fluorine, and so on and so forth. Now, what is the structure of atom? Each atom that you see is made up of a nucleus, which is at the central position, then surrounded by shells or electrons or orbitals. Structure. If we assume this to be an atom, here is the nucleus. An atom is, the structure of an atom consists of a central nucleus which is surrounded by shells. Now, on this shell, this is the location where you are able to find electrons. So electron revolves around these shells, whereas the nucleus contains the proton and the neutron. Now, having said that, let us look at the subatomic particles. Remember I mentioned that the shell is the area where you can find the electrons, whereas the nucleus contains the proton and the neutron. Now, these are called subatomic particles. Okay, these are called subatomic particles because an atom scientifically is said to be electrically neutral. An atom is said to be electrically neutral. What I mean by that is that an atom is neither positively charged or negatively charged. So as we discuss these subatomic particles, you are going to discover the reason behind that statement. Now, from Dalton's atomic theory, it was believed, erroneously, that atoms cannot be divided or further divided into simpler units. Okay, that was the conception that Dalton has. But from several discoveries and experimentations, modern scientists have come to find out that that statement is wrong, because they have been able to discover other subatomic particles, and these subatomic particles are the things that gives each atom its characteristic behavior. Okay, so we have three fundamental subatomic particles. We have proton, neutron, and electrons. Proton, for example, is found in the nucleus. Proton is found in the nucleus. Neutron too is found in the nucleus. The only one that is outside the nucleus is the electron. Remember I mentioned that electron revolves, on the shell. Okay, so these are the locations where you can find them inside the atom. Then let us look at their relative charge. Proton is positively charged. Proton is positively charged. Neutron doesn't have any charge, whereas electrons are negatively charged. Okay, proton is 1. The mass of neutron is 1, and then the mass of electron is approximately this. So 0.0005, that is the mass of electron. So these are the subatomic particles and their characteristics. Okay, remember that I mentioned that we have 3 subatomic particles: proton, neutron, and electrons. Then their locations are neutron and proton are found in the nucleus, whereas electron are found on the shells. And then their relative charge and their relative masses are also on the board. Proton is positively charged, neutron has no charge, electron is negatively charged.